We have behind me here, we have the DuraPlacer. It's a brand new toolbar from Fast Ag Solutions. And so we've introduced this here at Farm Progress Show. It's a collaboration between Getter Farm Equipment and Fast Ag Solutions. So the Fast DuraPlacer with Getter Strip Freshener CCs is what we have here behind me. So really what we're introducing to the market is transforming our strip till a little bit into a high-speed, higher efficiency strip till. So traditionally, we think of strip till as a shank or a knife. It's going to be going a little bit deeper. It's a high horsepower requirement, fairly low speed requirements, or abilities, I should say. So what we've really done is we've been concentrating now over the last decade, trying to become more efficient in our strip till passes through the field. Now, for us, we always talk about strip till as your system, not necessarily the tool, but you know, as far as the tools that it takes to carry out our strip till, we can kind of you know, put different pieces in place. So looking for those pieces has been able to speed up and ultimately become just more efficient you know, in that application pass. So this particular machine here, we're using the Getter Strip Freshener CCs. The CC stands for cab control. It gives you, the operator, the ability to be able to control the adjustments on this machine, the performance of this machine from the tractor cab. So that right there is going to speed up our process because we don't have to get out so much and make adjustments. But ultimately, when we're in the cab, we're typically going to be running this at speeds anywhere from 8 to 10 miles per hour. And we're typically going to be using about 10 horsepower or slightly more than that per row to be able to achieve that speed. So when I look at a 24-row machine like this behind me here, we're talking about a 24-row machine getting pulled with about a 350 horses like a front wheel assist tractor, and then being able to do about 55 to 60 acres per hour. We can get this with liquid or dry fertilizer. The machine behind me that we have here is a liquid machine. It's going to have a 2,400-gallon tank on it. Of course, you can see the large wheels for the high load carrying capacity as well. So this machine is going to give us the ability to carry a large capacity, not having to make many stops, not having to get out to make adjustments because we're doing that all from the cab, and then ultimately, like I said, being able to cover 55 to 60 acres per hour. What we have right here, this is when we say the cab control, this is the control box that's going to go in the cab. Of course, we're going to have a monitor, whether it be an ag leader or a deer or many others, that's going to be controlling your fertilizer and everything like that. But as far as the row unit's performance, we're going to be using this cab control. So this cab control, using pneumatics, is going to give us the ability to control downforce on the row units. It's going to control up or down force on the row cleaner. And then it's also going to control up or down force on our rolling basket. So it's going to give you the ability from the cab to be able to make adjustments, so that way we can change the performance of the units to whatever our conditions are. So what we have here is the Getter Strip Freshener CC, the cab control row units. Now, this particular unit is not new. We've actually had this out now for 4 years. And we even made another model, the standard strip freshener, is even longer than that. But this particular unit is going to be all on a set of parallel linkage with our pneumatic downforce. Up front, we're going to manage the residue with the row cleaners. That's going to allow us to keep our strip clean. In our strip till, really our strip till is managing residue and creating the ideal seed growing environment within those specific zones in the field. That's what really strip till is doing. So this particular unit is going to do that very well. So we clear the residue first. Then we have our tillage coulters that are coming through here, and these are going to run at a specific angle, these shark tooth blades, and that's what's actually doing the tillage for us. It's a very controlled tillage. We have the ability to set the depth, which is then going to be able to run anywhere from 1.5 inches to 4 inches deep. So that's where we're really making the ideal seed bed. Then on the back, we have our conditioning basket or the rolling basket. That is the part that's going to make sure that we get the consistency in that strip. That's also going to press that to be able to get the air out of that. That's why we're able to run this directly ahead of the planter, same time as the planter, or the same day anyway, the day before, just very close to the planter, but not introducing too much air into there, because we're able to make, getting that air out of there by firming that up and making just the ideal seed growing environment. Of course, this particular model here has the liquid as well, so we're putting the liquid on this particular unit on the edge of the strips, so we're ending up with 2 nitrogen bands, about 4 inches to the side and at seed depth. So just the ideal placement of our nitrogen for a seed growing environment. The fact that this is a 60-foot machine, that's kind of unique. I mean, there are other 60-footers out there, but not a lot and commercially available. So that's one benefit or feature of this. But along with that, this particular machine is custom made for these strip freshener units. So we have a front full design. It's going to be a very narrow transport, and 15 feet 3 inches wide. So very narrow transport. It's going to have a flip wing and then a front full design to be able to give us that narrow transport. But that's also going to allow us a 5-section frame. So then we actually have adjustable downforce on the inner wings and outer wings, and those are all set in the middle of the machine. So this particular machine, not only unique because of 60 feet, but it's unique because of the adjustments and how easy those adjustments can be performed on this machine. So it's just really everything that we've been looking for when we think of getting to that 60-foot stroke fill mark.